We're going to begin the class, and I want to begin with Al-Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Maliki Yawm Al-Din. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. Sirata alladhina an'amta alayhim. Ghayril maghdubi alayhim walid-dallin. Ameen. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I bear witness only there is no God but the one God, Allah, and I bear witness only that Muhammad ibn Abdullah is his last universal messenger and the seal of the prophets. Again, I greet you all. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I appreciate your coming to what I'm now going to shift into a different name of a class. The class has been in the past up until today, financial literacy, 101 I call it. And we covered some subjects in financial literacy, a myriad number of subjects. I will integrate them as we go along in the new class offering. But I think all of us now have a better idea of money, how to use it, how to make it work for us, how to get more of it. That's what this is part of what we're going to go into now, how to get more of it and how to make it work for us. So, the new series of classes are going to start under this new heading, Starting and Growing a Successful Business. Starting and Growing a Successful Business. And as I introduce the class, we know that business is one of the components of a model community. And that's one of our obligations as Muslims, to establish model communities, all right? So, since business is one of the important components of a model community, that's what we'll be exploring in the next series of classes that I have the pleasure of leading, thank to Allah. The topics that we're going to kind of cover under this heading, I have them up on the screen. Oh, I forgot to switch it, so let me switch it back.
While you're doing that, you say financial literacy would not be the title of the new book?
No, Financial Literacy 101, that was not going to be the title of the classes going from this point on. Even though we would deal with the subject of money, but the title of the classes going forth now are Starting and Growing a Successful Business. Okay? Some of the topics that we're going to be covering. How to select your product or service for your business. How to select a product or service. Developing a business plan. We're going to take some time for that. You know the old adage, if you fail the plan, you plan to fail. There you go. All right. You must have a business plan. And the important thing with a business plan, a lot of people have it in their head. And just like you have a budget in your head, it's better to have it on paper and written down. Okay. So we're going to look at that. Financing your business. How to finance your business. All right. We're going to examine that. Developing a web presence. That's the internet, getting on the internet. Developing a web presence for your business. In this day and time, no matter what business you're in, you should have a web presence. You should have a presence on the web. All right. Selecting a business team. All right. Selecting a business structure. What's the best structure for your business? Using technology to enhance your business. And then operating your business from home or a commercial space. Now that's some of the topics that we're going to begin with. As we go through the classes, I may add topics. And what's going to be most important as we go along in this series of classes is I'm going to give all of us some homework. This is a class, right? In the last class, I didn't give out homework. I'm going to give homework in these as we go forward, right? So when we come back next first Sunday, and I'm able to present to you, I'm going to check and see how many completed their homework assignment. All right. All right. So let's begin. Now today will be a short class. It's going to be a short class because I want to introduce the classes and start with just a few topics today, and then we'll really get into this next first Sunday. The strategy for establishing a business. This business strategy. I mentioned it to you some time ago, but some of you may have forgotten. So this is important. If you have not written this down, please write this down. Okay, this is one of the notes you definitely want to take. And this is one of the homework assignments I've asked you about. Okay? To be really effective in starting and moving a business forward is, number one, to identify a problem or a need. Identify a problem or a need, okay? That's the first thing you should try to do before you even structure a business. Identify a problem or need. Then develop a solution for that product, for that need. Develop a solution for it, all right? And then take that solution and turn it into a business, all right? Now, that's just 3 points. But look, they are so valuable and they're so important, all right? So, let me give you...
Do the third one again, I kind of missed that.
Okay, and then take the solution and create a business. You're going to turn that solution into a business. Create a business from that solution. I'm going to give you some suggestions. Well, I'll give you one example. There was a young lady who she traveled for conferences, and she always had to pull together a lot of things that she had to travel with. And she had just too many bags. And you know, a female doesn't like to have too many bags. She wanted to condense all this stuff into one attractive bag that she could carry, right? So she worked on a design. And she came up with a few attractive designs. And she produced several for herself. And people will come up to her in the airline, in the airports and things like that. She says, "Where did you get that bag? You know, where did you get that bag?" Okay. And so she found that there was a demand for it. So she found her a manufacturer to start manufacturing the bag. And she set up a website. And put the bag and set up a website. And before she knew it, she was making more money selling the bags than she was doing the presentations. All right? Now, she kind of fell into that, right? But she was the one who coined these phrases. Find a need. Identify a need. Develop a solution to the need. Then turn that solution into a business. Now, let me give you a suggestion that I would really like. I told the brother to put me a squash pie to the side, okay? Because I like them squash pies, right? But even bean pie. But I had to cut down on my purchase of the pies because the last time I went to, well, maybe about 6 months ago, I went to the doctor. The doctor told me that I was pre-diabetic. Okay, pre-diabetic, which means that I'm going to change my diet and increase my exercise, right? Because I used to eat them. My mom can tell you now, every dinner I had a piece of pie. All right, I had to stop doing that, which means I had to stop buying so many pies. So, in this day and time, we know that type 2 diabetes. Now, type 2 diabetes is the diabetes that you get. Type 1 is what you usually get from passed on from heredity. You know, that's something we can't avoid. It's usually in the genes. But type 2 is one that you develop. And you develop because of poor eating habits, poor diet, lack of exercise, things like that, right? Too many sweets and other things, all right? But if someone can come up with a recipe, and there are recipes out there, a recipe that can lower the sugar content and other content in those same desserts, isn't there a market for that? I can guarantee you there's a market for it, okay? There's a market for it. There's a company out right now, it's called Glucana. I don't know how many of you know about the company. I know, because I became aware of it because I wanted to do research on diabetes, particularly type 2 diabetes. Glucana is one company. All they do is make products for diabetics. They make cornflakes and those kind of products. They make shakes. They make desserts, snacks, all for people who have diabetes. All right? And they're the biggest company out there, one of the biggest companies out there. I don't know another company that does it as well as they do. Now, isn't that a market opportunity for us? This is a business. Now, who can make a bean pie better than we can make bean pies? Who even invented the bean pie? All we have to do is look at the ingredients and look at substituting their sugar or whatever for those sweeteners that are less in that sugar content.